Happy to see you again, Hannity. Sean talked to Terry Fator earlier this week. Fator is in charge of one of the most popular shows on the Las Vegas Strip. Sean met a big new character on the show because of him. Check it out. The sad life of performer Terry Fator breaks my heart. He was famous, rich, and had Las Vegas shows that were packed to the brim. But Terry Fator's life was full of sadness and heartbreak, even when people laughed and cheered. Hello, my name is Terry Fator. This is Emma Taylor. My name is Emma Taylor. I play... She does sing, yes, she does versions of female singers for a living. Would you mind if you sang us one more single? Yes, I can. What would you like to do? Hey, Ashley Simpson. Oh, no. Hey, Ashley Simpson. Okay then. Okay, make an Ashley Simpson face. Okay, how did this well-known artist go from playing at church picnics to becoming a multi-millionaire star? What did his controlling first wife do that almost broke up his career? Did his managers push him to make offensive and upsetting jokes just to stay popular? We're going to find out the shocking truth about Terry Fator's crazy life as a ventriloquist. A person named Terry Fator was born in Dallas, Texas on June 10, 1965. He was a normal kid until the 5th grade, when he found what he loved to do. Valentine's Day came round and he was looking for a book for school. He found a book about ventriloquism at that time. It was called Singing and Ventriloquism for Fun and Money. Terry took the book home because he was interested and began to learn all about this special skill. He even bought a dummy called Willie Talk at Sears and named it after himself. Terry worked on his skills over and over with Willie Talk by his side. He won a $1.25 prize soon after for a show at a church picnic. Terry went to college at Liberty University in Virginia after high school, but he never forgot how much he loved ventriloquism, even though he was busy with school. It was a part of him and it would soon lead to fame and money. Terry got his first ventriloquist doll when he was only 10 years old. It was a gift that started a love all my life. Terry would practice for hours with his family and friends as his first audience. He loved making people laugh and was always trying out new ways to sound like famous actors and singers. Terry's mother saw how passionate and talented her son was and worked hard to support his dream. She put away her money for 3 long years so that when he turned 18, she could buy him a real doll. Terry felt very happy at that moment. He loved that doll because it reminded him of how much his mother loved and cared for him. Terry's skills kept getting better as he played with his new doll. He found a new way to work on his impersonations while he was driving his car. Terry says, "I'd see other people singing in the car and they looked silly, so I'd sing without moving my lips." Terry was able to improve both his ventriloquism and his imitation skills at the same time by doing this unusual thing. Trouble and hope. There was a big change in Terry Fator's work in 1987. He became the lead singer of a band called Freedom Jam. This was a great chance for him to show off his skills on a bigger stage. Terry and the band played at more than 200 high schools and middle schools across the United States and Canada on a tour put together by Young American Showcase. There were an average of 3 shows every school day, so it was a very busy time. During this time, Terry's love for ventriloquism didn't fade. Interestingly, he found a way to use his acting skills in his shows. Around the middle of 1988, Terry switched to being the lead singer for a different show band called Texas the Band. He brought his dummy Walter T. Airedale to the stage with this band, which made their shows more interesting. Things looked good for the band because they were going to sign with a big record label, but fate had something else in mind for Terry. Terry showed off his signature way of singing songs by imitating the original singers during a meeting with a record company representative. The person there was impressed, but they asked Terry to sing in his own style instead. Terry saw that his true calling was in ventriloquism and impersonations, not just singing in his own voice. This was a turning point for him. After Terry quit the band, he started a solo career that mixed comedy and ventriloquism. It wasn't easy, though, to get how they did. Terry had a lot of problems and delays for a few years. He was forced to act at fairs where it was often very hot, and he even got heat stroke in the afternoons. One disappointing time was when he booked a show at a theater with a capacity of 1,000 seats and found that there was only one person there. It really hurt his morale and made him think twice about his job choice. Terry really thought about giving up on his dream and going in a different direction. His family gathered around him and told him not to give up and to keep going. Because they helped him, Terry chose to change his act. He added music, ventriloquism, and comedy to his shows, making them more varied. He also started to do impersonations of well-known singers such as Dean Martin, Garth Brooks, Etta James, and James Taylor. And he spent time with taxonomy. This new way of doing things gave his shows more depth and variety, which made them more interesting and fun for people to watch. Terry was still not sure if he could be successful in the very competitive entertainment business, even with all of these attempts. It wasn't easy for him to keep going all these years when he was in his late 30s. I wasn't sure it would ever happen when I was in my late 30s. But Terry's hard work and unshakable faith in his skills paid off in the end. He kept improving his skills by playing at different places and slowly earning a loyal fan base. The year 2005 was a big one for Terry Fator's work. He took a risk when he decided to do impersonations as part of his Friends in Low Places act. This turned out to be very important. The people in the crowd loved it, which made Terry feel better about himself. Terry changed his whole process after seeing how this new element changed things. Terry's performances came to life again after this change, and his career started to take off. His newfound success gave him access to exciting new chances. Big companies like General Motors and AT&T asked him to perform at their business events, but that was just the start. The growing star of Terry caught the eye of some big names in the music business. Well-known acts like Reba McEntire, Garth Brooks, Neil McCoy, and Styx asked him to open for them. This was a big deal for Terry because it gave him the chance to perform on stage with some of his heroes and get more people to see his unique act. Moment that changed my life. Terry Fator had a chance that would change his life in 2007. He performed on America's Got Talent for the first time on June 19, which put him on the national stage. Terry had no idea he would win the show, so it was a very strange experience for him. He said, "Not in my wildest dreams." His first reason for applying was to follow in the footsteps of a previous ventriloquist contestant who got a spot on David Letterman's late night show. Terry thought he'd do a few shows and then get his own spot on the show. But Terry's luck had something else in mind. His performance not only got him on America's Got Talent, but he also won the whole thing. His unique mix of ventriloquism, comedy, and impersonations wowed the judges and the crowd, making him famous all over the country. It was a dream come true to win the show, but it also came with some difficulties we didn't expect. Terry's diary quickly filled up with shows, interviews, and public appearances. It's funny that he had to turn down the prized late-night show with David Letterman job 14 times before he could finally do it. She said, "My schedule got so full and it broke my heart every time I had to say no to him." When Terry Fator went on America's Got Talent for the first time, people were both excited and nervous. When he walked on stage, Judge David Hasselhoff said, "Oh no, a ventriloquist!" The words echoed through the hall. Terrence had a moment of doubt. He thought right away that I couldn't win. He didn't think he had any chance of succeeding. Derek Hough, Piers Morgan, and David Hasselhoff, the judges, had the power to make or break his dreams. Terry was tense, but he knew he had to do his best. In the beginning of his act, he changed. When the judges first saw Terry's ability, they were skeptical, but they quickly changed their minds. Even though Piers Morgan is known for giving harsh criticism, he was full of praise. He declared, "You're a great impersonator, a great singer, and a great comedian." Sharon Osbourne, with her warm personality, couldn't help but smile as Terry's puppets and impersonations brought laughter and joy to the audience. Even David Hasselhoff, who had initially expressed doubt, was now a fan. But the ultimate validation came from Simon Cowell, the notoriously tough judge. Cowell, known for his blunt honesty, surprised everyone by stating that Terry was one of the top 2 entertainers on the planet. This was a monumental compliment, as Cowell rarely showered contestants with such high praise. Getting a compliment from Simon Cowell, well, not many people get a compliment like that. Terry reflected stardom beyond America's Got Talent. Terry Fator's victory on America's Got Talent opened a new chapter in his life. The show announced that as part of his win, he would be performing at the Jubilee Theatre at Bally's, Las Vegas. However, there was a catch. The time slots offered were only 15 minutes long, which Terry and his management team felt didn't do justice to his act. After careful consideration and discussions with Bally's, they mutually agreed to drop the plan. Despite this setback, Terry continued to perform and connect with his fans. In April 2007, he graced the stage at Christian singer Larry Norman's 60th birthday party. He later returned the favor by flying Larry to tapings of America's Got Talent and even inviting him as an honored guest 2008 to May 2008. This was a major breakthrough for Terry, as it marked his official entry into the world of Las Vegas entertainment. Beyond his professional success, Terry also found time to give back to the community. In 2007, he became an official supporter of Ronald McDonald House Charities and joined their celebrity board, known as the Friends of RMHC. This philanthropic endeavor allowed Terry to use his platform for good and make a positive impact on the lives of others. On March 17, 2008, Fader appeared on The Oprah Winfrey Show along with American Idol judge and AGT creator and executive producer Simon Cowell. Oprah was amazed when Cowell called Terry one of the two most talented people on the planet. During the show, Terry brought out 3 of his puppets: Walter T. Airedale, Winston the impersonating turtle, and Julius. Walter sang a Garth Brooks song, Winston sang a Bee Gees song, and Julius sang a Marvin Gaye song. Oprah loved Julius so much that she fell out of her chair laughing when he started singing.